Morning, yogis. Checking my space. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Welcome. Awesome. My name is Nicholas. For anyone new who joins today, a little vinyasa flow this morning. A nice little prop, I always say, maybe a towel. If you happen to have a yogi strap, just to help with a little extra length with the arms. We're going to get into a little bit of shoulder stuff. So will be helpful, and we'll do it more towards the beginning. So something that you can kind of hold on to, reach up and over, preferably something that's a little bit tighter. I guess you could use if you have one of those like stretchy elastic workout bands. That would potentially work too. Some people say that's actually better for what we're gonna do. I like the strap because there's no give, so makes your shoulders work. Anyway, that being said, it is a vinyasa style class. We'll move through vinyasas. If you have no idea what that is, I will explain as we go. And always remember, take breaks when you need, grab water when you need. Always make sure you stay hydrated, especially for my friends in Arizona. Although it has been like 100 degrees in LA, I always talk about the weather. I'm done with the heat now. I'm over it. I'm ready for summer to be done. Let's move on. And let's just be a nice, cool weather. I just want it like 75 all the time, 75, 80. I'm in LA, and I'm like, 100 is not acceptable. So we're in for another hot day today in LA. Whew, and it's October. So anyway, yeah, let's get going. Bring yourself to a comfortable position. Again, I'm kind of aware we don't have blocks and stuff, any props, but always feel free to use any type of blanket. I'm just gonna bring myself all the way to seated, crossing at my shins. But feel free to find a comfortable seated position for yourself, whichever is best for you. One second, there. I use my music as my timer. Alright, sitting nice and tall. And just try to be aware, just make sure you're not sinking into your lower back right now so that you're not sitting back. So again, here's another great place, especially if your hips are a little bit tighter. Always feel free to modify by sitting in a chair. You do not need to come all the way down to the floor. Bring yourself up onto a chair, or prop yourself up onto a blanket, a towel, just so you're out of that lower back. You're not gripping through your hip flexors here. You're already nice and stretched out. Alright, let's go. Taking your hands, either palms facing up, facing down, you decide. Shoulders soft, heart is lifted, collarbones are broad. Go ahead and soften through your face, close your eyes. I'm just taking a moment here, settling in. And as you slow your breath down, however it feels most comfortable for you to breathe, whether it's through your nose, through your mouth. Allowing your body to settle, and whatever energy is going on with you in this moment, whatever thoughts, so much buzzing around, it has been non-stop. So whatever outlets you've been paying attention to, whatever your focus is usually during the week, during the day, see if you can just shut some of that off, because we are filled with so much information on a daily, hourly basis. There's just a lot going on. And taking some time to have some compassion, not only for yourself but for others, in a time where we seem to be lacking much of that in our country, in our world. And as you settle in, as you feel more softening through your face, through your jaw, through your neck, Allowing your breath to get just a little bit deeper. And maybe your lips start to gently press together. You find your breath traveling in and out of your nose. And just a slower, more controlled form of breath. We're going to open with 3 big rounds. When you're ready, take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. 2 more here. Deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in. And release. Now, if you weren't before, see if you can start to gently press your lips together. Just see if you can breathe in and out of your nose only. And allowing your tongue to float comfortably in your mouth. Again, whatever your focus is, shifting off things that are just not bringing you anything positive right now. And gently allowing your chin to drop towards your chest, sealing in that intention, your goal. Again, I don't care if you're here just to breathe, to sit down. I don't care if you can do every pose or can do a couple of poses. That's not what it's about. Do what feels right for you, but do it with focus, with purpose. And gently begin to open your eyes. Bring your gaze back up to neutral. Good morning. All right, let's go ahead and take those hands. Reach them just alongside. Oh, sorry, I keep patting my forehead and because my hair is really long. And I noticed that today. It's always crazy, but I don't know why, especially today, so I keep pushing my hair back. Anyway, side note. Hands next to your hips, sitting nice and tall. Go ahead and gently take your right ear. Right ear. Towards your shoulder. I usually mirror, and so that's what I was doing right there. With the camera, I don't know. Am I supposed to mirror? Am I not supposed to mirror? I'm not mirroring, usually what I teach to the camera. So your right ear to your right shoulder. And then bring it up. And if you happen to do your left, that is fine. Just do the other side. We're always going to do both sides. We'll never just do one side of your body. So even if you are on one side and it's the opposite of what I'm saying, just make sure you switch when we do it the next time. One more round of breath here. Gently drop your chin towards your chest, softly bow your head, and then bring your right ear over towards your right shoulder. And gently switch again, taking your chin down towards your chest, left ear towards your left shoulder. And again, chin to your chest, gently drop your head. And one last time, finishing here, just make sure it's even. So maybe left ear to left shoulder, bring your head all the way back up. And then go ahead and reach your arms out in front of you. Now shoulders soft, taking your hands to your shoulders. Drawing those shoulders down, go and take those elbows, reach them up, nice and wide, big circles. And you might even feel a little bit of movement going on. Almost like this popping feeling through the upper shoulders, the upper traps. Chances are they're very tight, especially for any of my friends that are working at home, sitting at home, stagnant, staying quarantined. Go ahead and switch the other way. Good for you. But take some time, release it out. Let it go. Staying safe. One more round here. And then go ahead and gently release. Go ahead and take your strap, your towel, whatever it is that you're using. And I want you to go ahead and take a nice wide grip with it. As you sit nice and tall, draw your shoulders down. As you inhale, you're going to float that strap up and over your head, and you're going to reach back. Now, again, if you need to prop yourself up, go for it. As you reach back, though, try not to just push your ribs forward, release everything out. Soften your ribs in. Again, we're trying to get a little bit of openness, a little bit of stretch into those shoulders. Just taking a couple more rounds here. Now, as you can see, it started to get a little bit easier. As it does get easier, shorten the distance that you have on your strap, so make it a little bit closer. Drawing the hand in, reaching up and back, up and over, taking just a couple more rounds. And if it, again, continue to get a little bit easier, one more time, you shorten the distance just a little bit more. Again, go where it works for you. My shoulders are very oddly open right now, or I just took a really wide grip, I'm not sure. But they feel pretty good. Whew. All right, go ahead and reach that strap back behind you. Now I want you to pause here for a moment. Pause where it really gets a little tight and you feel that push of the ribs forward. Just soften those ribs in, broaden through the collarbones. Again, just a nice opening through the chest, through the heart. Again, for any of my friends that have been working at home, you're at that computer, at that desk, just seated. Even me, with more time at home, well, I mean, we don't stand in our house, so chances are you're going to be sitting down. So taking some time to open up through your chest. And then go bring your strap. Ooh, that was tight. Go ahead and bring it over your head. Go ahead and bend your elbows. And then from here, like field goal. A field goal post. 90 degrees, forearms reaching up. Elbows reaching to the side. Now soften. Now I want you to try to pull and rip whatever it is you have in your hands. This is where it might get tricky if you have a stretchy one. You might just want to hold here, but if you have something that's not really giving, like a towel or even like a strap like this, that is not going to stretch as you pull away, go for it. Try to pull as hard as you can. And if your arms get shaky, good, they're working. Taking one more round of breath. And then go ahead and gently release. Whew. And let it go. So we're trying to open all of this around through that upper body. Let's go ahead and shift it forward into all fours, spreading your fingers, plant your palms, shoulders right over your wrist. Now make sure your knees are right under your hips. And then as you inhale, pull your heart forward, broaden through your collarbones. As you exhale, round chin to chest. Continuing to move, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale. And then feel free to take it into any side stretch. I was watching this comedy special last night on Netflix. I forget the woman's name. She was hilarious. It's a new one that just came out. But she was talking about going to yoga and people that get too like overzealous with their cat-cow. She's like, I get it. You're flexible. It was funny because I feel like sometimes I'm one of those people. Go ahead, but get into it. Take it into your side ribs. Release through your neck. Again, feel good. Release that spine. Get carried away with your cat-cow. But it is funny when people make fun of taking yoga classes because 90% of the time it's so true. Go ahead and bring yourself back to a neutral spine. Find that core support. Soften your shoulders down. Now keep your left palm planted down. Reach your right arm forward. Shoulders soft away from your ear. Extend your left leg. Let's fire up that core. Keep drawing the belly up. Bird dog. Reaching your left leg up. Now find some length here. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Support through your core. Inhale, reach. And exhale in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. One more inhale, reach. Exhale in. Inhale, lengthen, pause here. Just finding that support again. Feeling just that length through your spine. Reach, arm forward, toe back, taking one more inhale. And then go ahead and take your time, gently release your hand. Release your knee. Switching sides, take your left arm forward, pause, shoulders soft. Reach your right leg back. Keep that nice strong lift through your belly. Float your right leg up as you soften through your shoulder. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. 3 more. Reach. And 2 more rounds. Reach. And 1 more. And reach. Pausing here, finding length. Hip bones lifted, taking 1 more inhale. And then exhale, releasing your left hand, release your right knee. Now pause, spread your fingers, plant your palms, tuck all 10 of your toes. Shoulders soft as you exhale. I want you to hover your knees just off the mat. Now double check as we add more intensity. Don't let it be tension, don't let it be stress. So don't creep here, don't drop your belly, don't round forward. Keep that nice long spine. Use your core to support. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more. And then exhale, gently release your knees. Now pause. I want you to keep your toes tucked here. We're going to go into an active child's pose. So go ahead and shift your hips back. Walk your hands forward, pause as your heart reaches down towards the mat, letting your head settle. And then go ahead and shift forward. Bringing your wrist right underneath your shoulders. Again, hips right over your knees, keeping your toes tucked as you exhale. Go ahead and hover your knees just off your mat. Now pausing here again, support through your core, length through your spine. 2 more here. 1 more round of breath. And then go ahead and exhale, gently release your knees now, keeping your toes tucked. Shift your hips back. Again, send your hands forward. Now toes should still be tucked, pressing your palms into the mat. And as you inhale, go ahead and send yourself forward, bring your shoulders right over your wrist. Now pausing here, broaden through your collarbones, lifting your hip bones up. Now don't stick your tailbone back and just push your belly towards your mat. Lift your belly up. Really try to elongate that spine. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, shift it back. Now working more through that core. As you inhale, shift forward. And exhale back. 2 more here. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now we're going to add on a little bit stronger here. As you inhale, shift forward. Now knees are still on the mat. 1 push-up. Hug your elbows in along your ribs. And then bring it back up. And shift it back. Now remember, a chaturanga, we have the elbows in. So we don't take the elbows to the side and do this. This is not a chaturanga. Hug those elbows and lengthen your spine. And then press up. Let's take 1 more round here. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Pause. Take an inhale. Exhale brings you all the way down onto your mat. Now slide those hands right next to your ribs. Pausing here, hugging your elbows in. Shoulders soft from your ears. Tailbone reaching toward your heels. As you inhale, nice and low. Now all that work that we did at the beginning of getting our shoulders away from our ears, don't let it creep up here around your neck. Soften down. Again, why draw those shoulders down if you're just going to pull them up by your ears? Draw them down, tailbone reaches back, elbows gently hugging in. Take another inhale. Exhale, gently release. And again, inhale. Reaches your heart forward, soften your shoulders away from your ears. Pausing here, palms gently pressing into the mat. 1 more breath. Exhale over. Now keeping it low because I want you to focus on using the upper back. Don't squeeze your glutes, don't overwork through your lower back. Think of lifting your hip bones up. 1 more time here. As you inhale, nice and low, shoulders soft. And then as you exhale, now put more weight into your arm, shift back. Go ahead and tuck your toes, plant your palms, take it all the way back to your downward facing dog. Take a little pedal, release our first down dog. Gentle nod, yes, gentle shake. No, now what I'm working us into is our vinyasa. We haven't gone over just kind of talking through it in a while. I've just been kind of moving into them because we've been doing this for a long time now. But again, it's good to kind of recap because in a vinyasa class you do so many vinyasas and people love to get creative with them and do them very incorrectly. It's so much core, so much support and strength that if you do that, it should be a nice little workout, just engaging and strengthening through your core. Now, inner thighs are reaching back, heart is pressing down, let your head release, downward facing dog. As you inhale, shift forward, bring your shoulders over your wrist. Now remember, you can always modify this. The option is knees on the mat. If you need that, take that. Hips are not hanging down here. This is not a plank pose. This is just painful. Broaden, engage. Take another inhale. Firm quads, firm thighs. As you exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, shift forward, collarbones broad, shoulders soft from your ears. Take another inhale. Exhale, hips up and back. 1 more round, inhale, pausing at the top of your mat. Now your choice, knees up or down, take an inhale. Exhale, lower. Now a slight shift forward as you lower onto the belly. Untuck your toes, hands right next to your ribs, elbows reaching up. Now this time feel free to push a little bit higher. Not this. Length, shoulders soft. Broaden, taking 1 more breath. And then tuck your toes, hips up and back. Exhale. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, come on to your toes, bend your knees. Woo. And then go ahead and walk your feet up. My legs are a little sore today. I've started jogging because I needed more cardio. I used to do so much cardio, but our gyms are still closed, so I haven't been able to. Gently release your neck, soften through your jaw. So anyway, I jog. I'm not much of a jogger, but I have become one. And then from here, go ahead and bring your hands either to your mat, your choice, or onto your shins. As you let your head release, you're going to inhale. Pull your heart forward, soften your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, fold. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, lengthen. Belly towards the spine, exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand tall. And hands all the way to the heart. Now we're going to start to get into some flow action here. Before we do, let's continue just to open up those hips. Belly stays lifted, shoulders stay soft. As you inhale, float your arms up. Now soft bend through your knees. As you exhale, go ahead and dive forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Now listen carefully. Left foot will step back. Your left knee comes all the way to the mat. Just for a couple breaths here. Again, just to warm up our hips. Reaching those arms up and overhead. Wrap your triceps forward. Nice lift through the belly. Tailbone reaches down. Taking another inhale here. As you exhale, gently release, bringing your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, broaden through your collarbones. Hugging your right outer hip back, soft bend through your back knee. Inhale, brings the arms up. Find that nice wrap, triceps reaching forward, shoulders soft away from the ears. Now our first crescent. Again, don't just push the ribs forward, lift up, draw in. With those shoulders nice and soft, taking one more inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release your hands, left hand to the mat. Go and float your right arm up to the sky. Take a nice big twist, pressing down into the mat, stacking your shoulders. Right shoulder over left. One more round of breath here. And then as you exhale, release your hand, take your gaze forward, soft bend. Step your foot all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, second side. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway. Step your right foot back. Drop your right knee all the way to the mat. As you inhale, float your arms up and overhead. Find a little bit more length. As those hip bones lift up, reaching your tailbone down towards the mat. Soften your shoulders from your ears. One more inhale. And as you exhale, releasing your hands down, tuck your back toes. Now lifting your back knee, hug your left hip back. Coming onto your fingertips, broaden. Soft bend through your back knee. As you inhale, bring your arms all the way up and overhead. Triceps wrapping forward. Shoulders soft, tailbone reaching down. Check your breath. Any tension up here, let's go. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down, pause, right hand to the mat. Go and float your left arm up to the sky. Broadening here, take another inhale. Now as you exhale this time, let's go and step back from your plank pose. Plant your palm, step back. Broaden through your collarbones, take an inhale, knees up or down. Exhale, lower. Now any of my friends who want to work into an upward dog, flip your toes. Your hips stay lifted. You don't touch the mat. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Let your head release. Gentle nod yes. Gentle shake no. Shoulder blades drawn up away from the ears. Inner thighs reaching back. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale. Coming high up onto your toes, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Nice side step. This time feel free to take a little hop. Bring it all the way to the top of your mat. Now bring your big toes together. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms overhead, stand. And hands to heart. Thumbless TT. All right, bringing those hands all the way to the heart, belly lifted. Let's go ahead and sink it all the way into chair pose. Sending those hips back. Shoulders soft from the ear. Now pressing that weight into the heels. 2 more rounds of breath, staying right where you are in your chair pose. Taking one more round here. And then as you inhale, bring yourself up to stand, hands to hips, plant your right foot down. Let's go ahead and take our left foot to start. Pause, grabbing hold of that ankle, bring your thigh into, foot into thigh. Now hugging your right bum in, hip bones lifted, tailbone softening down. And then go ahead and bring your hands to heart center, tree pose. Pausing here, 2 more rounds of breath. Now we're going into a whole balance series here, nice and strong. So starting with our external, as the knee reaches out to the side, shoulders are soft. We're going to add on from it. So from here, with control, pressing the right foot down, right big toe mound down. Bring your left knee up, and then take your ankle across your thigh, shifting down and back. Now pause, shoulders soft from the ears. Collarbones nice and broad. Belly stays lifted, hip bones reach back. And we're going to take that left knee again, we're going to bring it up. We're going to take one more round here with that balance. So I want you to shift up, shift your gaze forward, and then start to step that left foot all the way back. Woo, and adjust that front foot, crescent pose. Reaching your arms up, wrapping those triceps forward. Keep that nice lift through the center. Shoulders stay soft from the ears. Now, you're going to stay with the legs just as they are in crescent, but the arms are going to sweep down, the heart will reach forward. We're going to do it 4 times. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale up. And again, exhale forward. And up. 2 more. And up. Now this last time I want you to hold it. Now what are we focused on here? Our core. So don't just let those ribs press. Draw into that center. Really broaden. Now we're not headed to Warrior 3 yet, but would you be able to? Are you already set up for it? Strong through that front leg, taking one more inhale. Exhale, gently release your hands. Pause. Shifting your gaze forward, your back leg floats up, your head drops down. Now feel free to keep a bend in your right knee. Just let the head release. It's not about lifting this right leg and hiking this left leg up. Keep your pelvis square. Soften your left outer hip down. Get a nice stretch into your right hamstring. One more round of breath here. And then exhale, go ahead and gently release. Woo. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, full. Arms overhead, stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Second side, go and bring those hands all the way to your hips. Now, square off your pelvis. As your right leg lifts, your right hip does not lift. Keep that hip soft. Taking your foot, you can bring it to the thigh. If that's too high, bring it down towards your shin. Hugging your left bum in, hands to heart. A nice broadening through your collarbones. A lift, lengthen. Tailbone reaches down. Now, setting your focus on something, maintaining that balance, we're going to take this right knee. We're going to bring it back up again. Pause. And then take your ankle again. You can grab it, adjust it, place it there as you shift your hips back. Woo, right into that glute. And maintaining balance. Keep that lift, keep the length. 2 more here. 1 more round of breath. Now this time as you inhale, strong through your center, bring your right knee up. Shift your right foot back. A little step, adjust. More you need to. Take those arms up and overhead. Wrap triceps forward. Back of the arms forward. Shoulders nice and soft. Collarbones nice and broad. Now tailbone is weighted towards the mat. Belly's lifted up. Inhale, find length. As you exhale, gently release forward. And again, inhale up. 3 more. Exhale forward. Inhale up. 2 more. And up. 1 more round here, reaching forward, pausing as those arms sweep up along the hips, shoulders soft from the ears. Hug that left outer hip back. Taking 2 more rounds, control it. 1 more round of breath here. And gently release. Scooting your left foot back, float your right leg up. Now feel free, start with a soft bend. You do not need to lock, well, one, you shouldn't lock the knee out. But 2, it doesn't need to be fully straight. So if you need a soft bend, go for it. If you are lengthening that leg, draw your kneecap up, engage your quad, your left thigh. One more round of breath here. Exhale, step your toes together. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms. Now, last week we were practicing a hop back. You're more than welcome to. A good variation to make your way into it is to spread those fingers, plant those palms. To lift your hips up, hop it back, all the way back into a nice soft bend. and shift forward. People love to jump back into a straight arm, straight leg. It's a little bit jarring for the back. So why not save your back a little bit of stress? Hop to a bend if you can't hop to a full chaturanga position. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. Reset on your inhale. Float your right leg up. Exhale, come forward 3 rounds. Need a nose. And back. 2 more. And back. And 1 more. Pausing at the top, take an inhale. Step your foot between your hands. Now drop your left heel. Hug your right hip back. Come onto your fingertips, broaden. Inhale. Warrior 1. Back heels down. Difference between Warrior 1 and Crescent. Warrior 1, back heels on the floor. Back leg is straight. Hug your right hip back. Lift. Same support. Now let's take it to Warrior 2. Walk your foot in. Open up. Right inner thigh forward. Pressing your palms down. Soften your shoulders down. Now feel a nice broadening along the collarbones and reach out. Don't get too carried away by going forward. Lengthen through that front waist. Lift it up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Now from here, we're going to go into straight legs. Inhale. Hands to heart, turn the toes in. And then exhale, bring your heels in. Bend your knees, pause. Inner thighs, reaching towards the side. Woo! Goddess pose, taking 2 more rounds. Now we're moving into Skandasana. We're going to move towards your back leg, so the leg that's at the back of your mat. As you exhale, shift all the way back. Lengthen your front leg, shift the hips down. Now don't let the toes fall forward. Bring the inner thigh up. Plant your palms down. Feel free to use some support here. As you get into that inner thigh, taking 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more round here. And then as you inhale, shift forward. Take your hands all the way to the top. Now pause. Find your lunge. Left hand plants down. Left heel drops down. Side arm plank. Vashisthasana. Now you're welcome to stay here. Left knee can always make its way down to the mat. Yogi's choice. You decide we are going to move into this pose again later. We'll add some extras if you like it. Taking 1 more inhale. And then exhale, releasing your hand, either vinyasa or straight back to your downward facing dog. Yogi's choice. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Let it go out your mouth. 3 rounds here. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, need a nose. Maybe they touch. Inhale back. 2 more. And back. And 1 more. Pausing at the top. Take another inhale. Step your foot between your hands. Now Warrior 1 to start. Back heel drops down. Left hip hugs back. And as you inhale, float your arms up and overhead. All when you're warming. Oh my goodness. Tricep wrap forward. Hip bones lift up. Tailbone reaching down. And then from here, let's go and take those hands all the way to the heart. Walk your front foot in just a bit. And then go ahead and take a nice deep bend. Palms press down. Shoulders up, lengthen through your side waist. Hip bones lifted up, tailbone reaching down. 2 more rounds. And then as you inhale, lengthen out. Turn your toes in, turn your heels in, send the hips down. Settle into your breath, settling into your focus, your intention for your practice. Apologies. I keep my mat angled because I don't like just head on. I feel like you can't see the pose as well, but of course now my back is to you. 1 more pose, hold on, take another breath. And then gently release your hands down. Send the left heel forward, sending those hips down. Now wrap the inner thigh up. Broaden through your collarbones, taking 2 more rounds of breath here. Really get a nice stretch through the inner thigh, but maintain a lift through the center. Don't just collapse into it, especially for my flexible friends. It's easy to just collapse into your joints. What's not fun is that when you're old and then those joints are mad at you for always collapsing into them. Use your muscles. Plant your right palm, right heel, lifting yourself up. Adjust, bring your knee down. Now even here, don't lock the elbow. Don't push into hyperextension, keep a soft bend. 1 more round of breath. And exhale to release as you lower down. Inhale to broaden. And hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. Now we're going through that same round again. We're gonna move through it a little bit quicker. Everything on the breath. Feel free to slow down as you need, but trying to take big, long breaths so that each pose has its nice amount of time. Starting with 3 rounds, right leg to the sky. Inhale, floats up. Exhale, come forward. And back. 2 more. And back. 1 more, bring it all the way to the top. Step your foot between your hands, drop your back heel, broaden. Just a breath, inhale. Pause for your exhale. Inhale brings you up, take it to your warrior 2. Adjust. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, turn your toes in. Exhale, bring your heels forward, sink your hips down. Inhale. Exhale, shifting towards your back leg. Extend your right leg forward. Sink those hips down just for a breath. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Bringing your left hand down. Now one more time here. BreakoutStudiosTucson. We're going to hold this one. So again, you decide. You can stay here if you want to add on. Maybe bring your foot towards tree pose. As you broaden. Getting a nice bit of length here and lift. One more round of breath. And then exhale to release your hand down, yogi's choice, either vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. And hips up and back. Nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Second side, inhale left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more, inhale back. And bring it forward. And back. And forward, pausing at the top. Step your foot between your hands. Drop your back heel. As you inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Pause for an exhale. And then bring yourself up. Adjust warrior 2. Exhale. Pause for an inhale. Exhale. Inhale brings you up. Toes forward. Exhale, heels forward, send your hips down. Inhale. Exhale, shifting towards your right foot. Extend your left heel out. Inhale. Exhale. Bring yourself all the way forward. Last round here of our BreakoutStudiosTucson. Plant your right palm down. Send your left foot back. Stack your knee. Or you can even take that left foot, place it on the right thigh, pausing here. Nice broadening, nice lift. One more round of breath. And exhale, gently release, shifting forward. Inhale. And hips up and back, downward. Nice deep inhale through your nose. Out your mouth, let it go. And then go ahead and bring your knees down towards your mat. And go ahead and take a moment here in child's pose. As you shift your hips back, let your head drop for just a couple breaths here. Now we're getting a little bit of work into those shoulders. And as you broaden out, I want you to go ahead and shift yourself forward. Come into all fours, but we're going to drop onto our forearms. Now from here, make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders or not out to the side, right under those shoulders. Palms are pressing down, collarbones broad. We're going to head into our forearm plank. Now drawing the core in, soften your shoulders down. Keep your gaze forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, take your time. See if you can start to walk your toes forward. Maybe they just go a little bit forward. Maybe you bend your knees. Maybe you walk your toes up, working your way into dolphin pose, letting the head release down, but not touching the mat. 2 more here. 1 more round of breath. And then go ahead and step your feet back. Pause, find your plank, engage. All of this nice, strong core work. Take an inhale. Now, gently release your hips down. Broaden through your collarbones, lift and lengthen. Drawing that belly up, taking one more breath. And then as you exhale, gently let your head release. Whoo. Now if that one round was enough, you're more than welcome to stay right where you are, hang out. If you want one more round, we're gonna go for it again. So go ahead and slide your elbows back underneath your shoulders. Plant your palms, broaden your collarbones, draw your belly in. And then from here, go ahead and tuck your toes. As you exhale, lift your hips from your quads, inner thighs, reaching up. Keep the broad and take an inhale. And then as you exhale, feel free to begin to walk your toes forward. Reach your inner thighs back. Now, feel free if you want to add a little bit of fun here. Maybe you take one leg up to the sky. And then switch. Maybe you take the other leg up to the sky. Lower, taking one more round of breath. And then feel free to gently release your knees down. Shift your hips back. Ooh, child's pose. One more round of breath here. And let's go ahead and plant our palms down. If you want to take it through a vinyasa, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, when you're ready, meet me back in a downward facing dog. One round. Inhale, float your leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step your foot between your hands. Now pausing here. Soften your shoulders. Inhale, float you up. Wrapping your triceps forward. Keep that belly lifted, nice and strong. Now remember how we did 4 rounds where we went forward? We're going to do that same thing again. On the 4th one, you're going to float into your warrior 3. Take an inhale. Exhale, you're going to shift the arms forward and back. Find your core. Shift arms forward and back. One more round. Shift arms forward and back. Now here it is. Big balance. Shift your arms forward. Take that weight with you as you float yourself up into a warrior 3. Now using a little bit of momentum, it's different than how I usually have us get into it, but for some that might be helpful to actually have a little bit of that weight shift forward. Not being afraid of the balance. Worst thing that happens, your hand comes down, you step your feet together. Big deal. Go where you need to, take another breath. And then take your time as you inhale, shift yourself all the way up. Woo. Standing tall. All right, bringing your left foot down onto the mat. Let's switch legs. Lifting the belly up. Bend your right knee. Take hold of the outside of your right ankle with your right hand. Hip bones lifted. Now just sink into it. Press in. Firm your hips. Engage your quad. Left arm up. Kick into your hand. As you take your time to reach forward. Now I took the outside of the ankle. You can do either or. I don't know why. Today I felt like going outside. A different rotation through the shoulder. One more round of breath. And I'm slipping on the lotion on my legs. Taking one more breath here. Finding that balance as you inhale, bring it up. Stand tall, hands to heart. Take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, dive. Now yogi's choice. You can take it to vinyasa or meet me right back in down dog. Oh, this heat is kicking in. Second side, one round. Go and step your left foot forward. Pause, come on to your fingertips. Broaden our last round here with balance. Inhale, float your arms up. Shoulders nice and soft. Belly lifted. Tailbone reaching down. Now feel that length, that space through your spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently reach. And again, bring it up. 2 more. And up. Now 1 more, just like that. Inhale, up. And then as you exhale, take your weight all the way forward. Float it right up into your warrior 3. Strong through the core. Squaring off your pelvis. Soften that right outer hip down so that it's not lifted. The hips are square and neutral. Now support it through your core as you inhale, squeezing through. Left hamstring, left glute. Bring yourself up. Weight onto your right leg. Bend your left knee. Take hold of the outer ankle. Gently draw your left shoulder back. Lift up, strong through your right leg. As your right arm reaches up, begin to kick into that left hand. As you reach up, gently shifting forward. Keeping your breath, shoulders soft. 2 more here. 1 more. Inhale, brings you up. Last time standing here, plant your palms, take a nice deep inhale. Out your mouth, let it go. Inhale, float your arms. Last vinyasa today. Inhale. Step or hop as you take it back. Inhale, lift to lengthen. And up and back. Take a deep inhale here. Out your mouth. All right, shifting forward. Let's go and set up for a single pigeon. Right knee forward. Again, perfect time. If you need to bring that right hip back, hip bones up. If you need a towel, if you need a little pillow, something under your right glute. Drawing your shoulders down. Now again, you're more than welcome to stay up here. No pain in your right knee. Come onto your back if you need. For thread the needle. Even come to seated and just take your ankle across your thigh on a chair. Work that wherever is best for you. As you soften your shoulders down, as you lengthen through your spine. And remember, only if it's available for you and your body, keep folding. Again, if that works best. Two more here. And then go ahead and walk your hands up. Plant your palms now. I want you to go ahead. If you're able to do it from a down dog, we're gonna flip the dog. You're more than welcome to. Otherwise, another great option here. Just a little bit newer to it. You're gonna plant that left hand down. You're gonna shift forward now. I know we've already done 2 of them. We're doing 1 more here. We're just gonna step your right foot back. Kind of like from that Blvd. So step the right foot back. You're gonna keep rotating onto that left arm to open up. To really lift those hips into that nice big heart opener here. 2 more breaths. 1 more round. And then exhale, gently flip. Back to your down dog. Pause. And switch sides. Left knee comes forward. Hugging your left hip back, gently walking your toes back. Take a moment here, adjust. Shoulders are nice and soft. Collarbones nice and broad. Taking your time as you fold. And that nice lift and length. Now, a pillow, do anything you need to modify, to adjust, to make the pose more comfortable for you. Absolutely 0 pain in your knee whatsoever. Your knee does not want to be twisted and turned. So if you're feeling a pinching or a pain through that knee, adjust it, come out of this pose. Or elevate yourself up a little bit. And on your next inhale, slowly take your time. Bringing yourself up, and from here we're going to plant your palms, broaden, tucking your back toes. Now again, if you know how to do it from a down dog, awesome, go for it. Otherwise, plant your right palm, take your time. You can keep both hands down, drop your right heel, outer edge of your right foot to the floor, place the ball of your left foot to the other side of your right, and then as you open up, broaden, Again, so I'm really trying to get those hips as high as I can. But again, go for it for you. The idea is that we can get a nice little arc through the back. Open up the heart. 2 more rounds. One more here. And gently release, making your way back to it. Down dog one last time here. And then go ahead and bring your knees down towards the mat. Come all the way onto your hips. Now just very comfortably, I want you to pull your left foot as close as you can. I'm going to face straight on. Left foot as close as you can. Right foot over on top. Now the idea is that you can cross your knees as best as you can. We're still kind of feel it in those glutes, but I also want to work the shoulders here too. So nice and tall. Reaching the arms out in front. Take your left arm high. Cross it over. So whichever leg is on top, opposite arm is on top. So my right knee is on top of my left. That means my left elbow would be on top of my right. Softening through the shoulders, just broadening through the collarbones here. Now even though our arms are crossed in front of us, think of pulling the heart up. Two more rounds of breath. And gently open up, expand, whoo, release, and rock back. And switch sides, going right leg underneath, left on top, or vice versa. And then just as best as you can, walk the foot across. Now, both sitting bones we want to be planted onto the mat. If you're leaning to one side, you're not going to get as much of that stretch. So really press the hips down. Whoo. Reach your arms out. Now soft. Soften through your shoulders, put knees on top. If it's your left knee, awesome. Take your right arm high, over the left. Now we're crossing at the elbows. Soften through your shoulders. If this doesn't work for you, and I apologize I didn't say it before, you can always do this too. Reach for the shoulders and just wrap around, give yourself a little hug. Two more. And then go ahead and gently release. Open up and then soften the arms down. And then go ahead and take both legs. Reach them out in front of you. As you flex all 10 toes, reaching your arms up broad and find a little bit of length. And then as you exhale, begin to shift forward. Now, here again, if you don't quite reach yourself that towel around you, that strap, you can always use it wrapped around your feet. Otherwise, bring your hands to your mat, to your shins, broaden, lift, lengthen as you exhale, fold. And feel free, I scooted my hips back a little bit, creating just a little bit more length along the back of my legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Allowing your head to drop down. One more breath here. Inhale. And then go ahead and gently bend your knees. Take your time as you slowly roll yourself down. Now go ahead and bring your right knee in. Set your left leg forward. And then as you exhale, go and take your knee across your body. Broaden as you press your right shoulder down into the mat. And then bringing yourself back to center, draw your right knee in. Draw your left knee in and then go ahead and switch sides as you exhale. Pull your knee across your body. And then bringing both knees back to center. Hugging your knees in towards your chest. Nice big squeeze. And as you inhale, bring your forehead up towards your knees, pausing at the top for a breath. And as you exhale, gently release your legs out. Go and allow your body to settle, palms facing up. Let your head release down, soften your shoulders. And just a couple moments here as you take a nice, comfortable inhale. Comfortable exhale. Allow your body to surrender into Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bringing movement back to your fingers and your toes. Reaching your arms over your head, take a nice long stretch through your body. And bending your knees a roll to your side, allow your breath to deepen. Your next exhale. Pressing yourself up to a seated position. Go ahead and cross your shins, just like how we started. Feel free to keep your eyes closed, your face soft, bringing your hands together at heart center, sitting nice and tall. And taking a moment, drawing in all the work, all the effort, anything positive, anything that surface that just made you feel good. Maybe it's just slowing your breath down. Take that with you through your day, through your weekend, through your October. Take a deep inhale. Out the mouth, let it go. 2 more deep breath in. And release. 1 more deep breath in. And release. Sealing in your practice, your work, your effort. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for joining me this Friday. A pleasure as always. Drink lots of water, stay hydrated, stay safe, stay healthy, stay masked. Next week I will not be here. I need to tell BreakOut Studios too. I'll be gone. I'll be out of town for a couple days. But anyway, you enjoyed and hope to see you again soon. Have a good one. Bye.